Independence Day, July 4th is up on us. And you know what that means. The pay in ride sharing still sucks. They're still trying to force us drivers to do a lot of shit that a genuine independent contractor would never do. And therefore, you know what that means. Drivers all across the country in various different markets are calling for a rideshare strike. Apps off this weekend up to and including July 4th. So I want to ask the folks, are you going on strike this weekend? What up, folks? Once again, it is your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Are you out taking trips this weekend? Despite many folks suggesting that we should score a blow to the ride-sharing companies by turning off the damn app, not taking trips, and potentially creating gridlock among the passengers as it becomes difficult for them to get rides. I've done videos on this numerous times where they were calling for strikes over the Thanksgiving holiday. I believe they called for them over Memorial Day. Every damn holiday there is in ride sharing, there is someone out there suggesting us drivers go on strike, and at the end of the day, whether we go on strike or not, we don't get shit out of it, and the entire process repeats itself the following holiday. I've stated many times before in previous videos, as a former worker in corporate America, I've been on strikes. I know how a strike works. You go on a strike indefinitely until the issues concerning you are addressed and if not solved. In rideshare, we continue to suggest these temporary, extremely short striking periods, which I've said many times over that they don't work worth a damn. The ride-sharing companies know you're going to be back on Monday or you're going to be back in 2 or 3 days. So why the hell would you cave to the wishes of thousands, if not a few million people, if all you got to do is wait 2 or 3 days and the shit is over with? I don't understand why drivers keep continuing to propose this shit. If you want a strike to work, it's got to be long-term, if not indefinite. And all of the ride-sharing strikes I've ever seen are over within a week. Even before the strike begins, they're telling the ride-sharing giants that at the very most, this strike that we're going to implement is only going to last 3 or 4 days, 2 or 3 days. Nobody's going to give in to the wishes of 100,000 drivers if all they got to do is suffer for 3 or 4 damn days. It's just not going to happen. Yet drivers keep suggesting these strikes are what we should do. How many of these damn things you got to go through to realize they're not working? Out of everything that drivers have ever accomplished from ride-sharing companies that we consider a victory, how many of them have come by way of going on strike? I would submit to you the answer is zero. Zero. Now, there have been cases where we've gotten our hands on the right legislator, a sympathetic politician, and they've passed laws that helped us out, which I do believe is the way to make the magic happen, is get this shit done by law, and even that is difficult as hell. But strikes with short-term periods, and you're announcing when you're going to go off the strike, that shit is useless. It is useless. It's not going to work. I wasn't going to drive this weekend anyway. I'm hanging out with family and things like that, but my humble opinion is that until we do something that really genuinely strikes a blow and has unity, because our strikes do not have unity either. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of us like myself who do not believe it's effective and would not even participate. I wasn't going to drive anyway, so I'm not striking. I just wasn't going to work this weekend, period. But I wouldn't participate in a strike that's going to be over in 72 hours or some bullshit like that. I just don't think there's any value to it. But I wanted to hear from you folks, some of my veteran drivers out there that's been driving, weathering the storm, seeing what our pay has been crumbling to. We've lost so much shit over the years that you don't have to drive as a rideshare driver for more than a year or two to see that everything you get used to has a freshness date. Whether it's the surges, whether it's the streak bonuses, the earnings guarantees, Nothing you do in ride sharing that involves making income is reliable, because the goal of the ride sharing companies, Uber and Lyft, as I say all the time, their primary goal is to get you or someone like you to do what you are doing now for less money. So whatever you're earning today, they are working behind the scenes to find a way to get you or someone like you to do the same shit tomorrow for less money. And then tomorrow they'll be trying to find a way to cut it even more. That has been the ongoing method of operation for both Uber and Lyft since the very beginning. The salaries have just kept going down and down and down. I don't know how much fucking lower they can go, but you got a lot of drivers out here, make no mistake about it, that are driving at a loss. Every driver on the road is not even making a profit at this point. So understand that. But in regards to the strike, just wanted to run this by you. I want to find out, a consensus of how many of you folks out there are going on strikes. And by the way, if you've been driving for any length of time, have you participated in any past strikes? And if so, in your particular market, in your humble opinion, do you believe that your rideshare drivers in your market benefited any way at all, any fashion or form that you've seen any type of gains by going on a strike in your market? Let your boy know in the comments. I don't think the shit works. Nevertheless, subscribe to the damn channel. Click the like button. See you in the next video.